Hello, guys.
Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Last video, conversation with Yuko, Akira calling us, and pressing this.
And I just hit him with my finger when I hit him.
And Dragon Ball sad.
Dragon Ball sad. Anyways, hello guys,
Great.
Base here, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Last time we left everything he just said.
Oh. I thought you were gonna restate everything I fucking said. I was
could've.
No! Speak!
Lily hasn't told me whether she plans to accept, and it seems she hasn't told you either. That's why I called you down here to talk, he said.
Context, huh? I sit back. My feelings of worry and frustration no doubt written all over my face.
Lily's a strong person, he said, but she's not infallible. Infallible. I guess it's my job to worry about her, being her older sister. But being her older brother. But I think that you deserve to know.
I understand.
You okay? You sound depressed.
No, I'm just thinking. Wow, this just sounds like everything I kind of say, don't it? You depressed? No, just thinking.
So depressed.
And that's generally most people's response.
Yep. That's good. Thinking is good. Being rash won't get you anywhere.
She looks at her watch, barely moving her wrist.
Gotta go. Will you be okay?
I'll be fine, don't worry. I'll have a talk with Lily about it and get everything sorted out. She gives a smile, but doesn't feel all that genuine or sincere. Really, both of us are dancing around the fact that Lily is on the precipice of the biggest decision of her life and is trying to take the entire burden on herself.
I love how you looked to me when you can't pronounce a word. It's just like, preface?
And part of that burden is the matter of our relationship. By the time I look up, Akira's already walking off with her hand held up. For the first time in a long while, I finally have an answer to something. Perhaps not even that, but at least I now have the right question to ask. Will you leave or stay?
Should I stay or should I go?
Hurry, Lily!
I'm moving as fast as I can!
I can barely make out Lily's voice over the deafening pounding of the rain. Even though I dislike pulling her around, the situation calls for it. Turn forward, my free hand over my head in a futile attempt to keep at least my hair dry. My vision seems to be in grayscale. This is a really wanton weather for summer, and the last kind of climate I want for a date. A pity. I'd even checked the weather forecast beforehand, one of the very few times I'd ever done so, only for it to say that Sunday afternoon would be fine.
It wouldn't be the worst date if she was wearing a white t-shirt, but...
Looking to Lily, her shoulders are by now completely drenched, with her right hand holding tightly onto mine and her left gripping her retracted cane. This horrid downpour came on just as we were between our destination Yumaku, so we decided to try rushing for the rest of the distance rather than doubling back. Entirely unused to running this fast, Lily using all her concentration just to avoid tripping over. Pick her up.
Isao, do you know where we're going?
No! Shit! Even she's reduced to shouting and trying to be heard over the combined noise of the wind and the rain. The sha!
The sha!
The rest of my voice is completely drowned by even the heavier burst of rain.
The what?
The Shanghai!
Shanghai.
Shut up!
How far is it?
I don't know! I can't see! Is that a truck? No! Shouldn't be far now! Mine.
End the video like that 5 minutes in.
Doesn't take long before I call out to her once again. It looks like we're safe. It's just up ahead. Quickly pull to a stop, just in front of the familiar exterior, the lantern outside still giving off its reliable glow, and wait for Lily to catch her breath before going in. Ladies first. The tiny bell rings out when I hold the door open for her, her smile and a polite nod being my reward before entering myself. As I step in behind her and wipe my feet, only a quick glance is necessary to notice a distinct lack of activity. Shanghai doesn't seem to get much in the way of patronage. Wow. And today is no different, only a couple of tables are occupied. Summoned by the bells ringing, a most expected person comes to greet us.
Oh, hi, Yuko.
Oh, fuck, you were the voice, goddammit. I don't want to do any more. Take over. saying oh! It's you guys.
Shanghai. It's not saying that there's an obvious H there.
Oh,
Shanghai.
Yuko looks chipper today. Oh, it's you guys. Trying to predict your moods is pretty hard, but it's a nice change from the norm.
Hello, Yuko.
Hey. Good afternoon, you two. Just
Fuck!
just hey guys, what's going?
Hey guys, what's going?
Fuck! Not again! This is the 20th time today!
She has like bandages all around her face.
She takes a deep bow, somewhat taken aback as she rights herself again and gets a better look at us. What happened to you? You both look... Her eyes drift towards the glass of the door behind us. Oh. Oh.
But you didn't say Peter.
Who fucking cares? We're inside now, at least I think that's the most important thing.
It's nice and cozy. You're lucky to be working inside today. I sounded like Bakura.
Shut up. It's been nice and quiet. I like this. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Is there anything you like?
Good show. French vanilla tea, please.
I'll have the same. Right, coming right up. She quickly skitters off with a determined look on her face, trying very hard not to forget her orders. With nothing else, she is at least dedicated to her jobs. I lead Lily to an empty seat before the two of us settle down. As usual, there's a large difference between my exhausted flopping down into my seat and Lily's delicately sliding into hers, her cane set beside her.
Yeah, Donovan.
What's that supposed to mean?
You broke the fucking bed.
You don't need to know how.
Pretty sure we already told them how.
Maybe it was just a lie.
No, I witnessed it.
Of course you did. For a while, I just idly watched the rain falling outside. The occasional person runs down the street trying to stay as dry as possible, hands often tightly gripping a rain-soaked umbrella. Lily sits just as quietly as I, her eyes closed as she intently listened to all that's happening. It's a comfortable, relaxing silence that exists between us, just the type that we'd so often shared together in the past months. For Lily, at least. Can't help replaying the words of her sister in my mind, at times contrasting them to both our time spent together since I entered Imaku, and to the way we've been since we started dating. No matter how much I try, I just can't work Lily out, as if the harder I try to second-guess her emotions and potential decisions, the more difficult it becomes to reach a clear conclusion.
And I just can't bench press her. I said he was trying to work me out. Trying to work Lily out. Trying to bench press Lily.
Makes me doubt whether I ever really understood her. In the end, I'm going to have to ask, even though I very much want to avoid doing so.
You seem quiet today, Hisao.
Well, you seem to say! Really?
He seemed so enthusiastic about taking me out on a date. I'd assumed you had something specific you wanted to do.
Well, now that you're wet.
I always am.
No, not really. I just wanted to spend some time with you.
Is that so?
Fine, there was one thing. Little grin finds its way onto Lily's face. Her full knowing full well that she's bested me. It makes me want to say, makes what I want to say all the more awkward. It was just Akira and I were talking.
Oh?
What's with that tone?
You two do seem to get on well, don't you? Are you cheating on me?
Well,
I'll murder my fucking sister!
Yantara?
Yes.
Oh no. Well, I do think she's a pretty cool person to talk with. It'd be nice if any of the teachers were anything like her.
Cool.
For a moment I tried to place her tone of voice, my mouth curling into a smirk as I realized it. You're not jealous, are you?
I'm not jealous!
After her teasing me over such a thing on our first date, I don't feel too bad having a little laugh at her expense this time around. As we settled down, though, there's only a minor distraction from the real point of why I brought Lily here. Don't worry, it was mostly just everyday stuff. That said, there was something I could have mentioned that I really wanted to talk to you about. When I went to see your family over in Inverness a while back, she said...
I could have told you about my family summons, hasn't she?
Well, fuck! Moments ticked by while I tried to read Lily's face, an odd mixture of feelings written on it. She seemed annoyed, but also somewhat confused. Here? Yuko Fuck, not this word again.
Tentatively.
Slides our drinks onto her table, her presence oddly small.
They seem to like that word a lot.
As she walks back to the... Fuck, it's the SAT. As she walks back to the counter after a quick, polite nod, I realize the air between me and Lily is thick and our expressions are both somewhat pensive.
Even though she says I should lead my own life, she still interferes at the worst times.
I don't think you should blame Akira here. She's just looking out for you, and it's not like I can understand her concern over this. Like I can't understand. Lily's irritation gives way to an awkward and largely unsuccessful attempt to mask her feelings. She really doesn't deal well with being cornered on personal topics.
I know, but I just wanted some more time. I knew you'd have figured it out eventually, but...
You were intentionally hiding this from me? How long were you planning to do so?
As I said, I simply wanted more time to think it through. I wanted to be sure of my decision before telling you.
Don't lie to me! Bitch! What?
Don't hit a woman!
What did you decide to do, in the end? I know what I want her to say. An awful feeling refuses to leave my gut.
My family does dearly want me to return to them, and Akira will be going as well. I could still teach as a career, whether it be here or there.
So, you're going? How long have you known? I already knew your ass when you first went to Scotland about a month ago.
Some time?
My frustration nearly boils over. The fact that she's done this affects me more than it should. For her not to only this is an emotional moment, I'm fucking it up. For her to not only be leaving, but to have been actively hiding her own plans from me, and after seeming for so long to be the one solid pillar of support and reliability I can depend on. It feels as if the foundation underneath me is suddenly shifting drastically, much faster than I can adapt to. Perhaps this isn't so much frustration as sheer unease. Lily.
I'm sorry, I wanted to think this through completely. I wasn't trying to take advantage of you, please.
I know, Lily. I know, this is just sudden. Guess this means that once you go, we'll be breaking up? For one of the few times that I've seen since I met her, she's genuinely lost for words. She doesn't look surprised, and not because the fact had dawned on her once she became sure of her decision, but rather, she appears genuinely unsure of how to deal with the situation that's now in front of her.
We could try pursuing a long-distance relationship. They're getting more and more common these days, after all.
Even as she says it, the tone of her voice gives away that she doesn't truly believe what she's saying. Lily's far too old-fashioned to be able to cope with a relationship without any kind of physical presence, and even I am, to an extent. We all would have never been all we would ever be to each other's would be a voice from the other side of the world. In the end, trying to rationalize everything is futile. Any attempts to try and connect what's happening with the future or past just seems to get more difficult the more I concentrate. Those quiet moments when we walked side by side, the precious time we spent with Hanako and Akira, the casual chatter we had during lunchtimes, the times we
had snoo.
Yes! the time snoo ensued. The confessions of her feeling towards each other. All pointless, just a... Fuck! God damn it, Donovan. You had one job. All pointless, just a fleeting moment in our young lives. We're just two children pretending to be adults, aren't we? A long, long silence hangs in the air between us. The noise of the other patrons drinking and talking only makes the situation feel more strange and disconnected. Lily's face remains low, her dejected expression clouding it.
I'm sorry, Isao.
A simple apology and no more. She's left entirely without any further response or comment. With a long sigh, I gather what's left of my thoughts and ask the final question I have for her. When will you be going?
I'll be leaving with Akira, so it'll be a little less than a week.
The beginning of summer holidays?
Just a little afterward, yes.
Her tone is unusually slow and steady, her apologetic and depressed mood all the more written to her face as she tries to hide it in her voice. In the end, I can't even keep my promise of going to Tanabata with her before she leaves.
And we're gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave a like and
I
subscribe.
should upload these like as soon as you're done, just to like build suspense, and then not record anymore for like 2 weeks. No, fuck that.
Hey, it's just like Star Trek with the Borg.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this very emotional episode.
Hitting right in the feet, right in the feels. This wasn't my heart. This is my heart.
Nice job.
Right in the feels.
I mean, I still love this game just for the sheer emotions, just the feels, man. See, guys, I do have feelings. You just haven't seen. I look at the camera constantly. See, I do have feelings. Don't you fucking mouth anything. I'll deck you again. But yeah, you just haven't seen me cry on camera yet, and you probably won't, or you might. Who knows? Did we finish the outro?
No, you cut me off.
Oh, finish the outro.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave a
So,
like
how
and
was that?
subscribe, and also feel free to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. It would help us out a lot to get noticed. Anything to say, Donovan?
Well, I don't know. I think I've already said my piece.
I'm alive.
Well, it appears so. You are speaking to me. God damn it!
See you guys in the next video.
Sad Seagull is sad.